Your Royal Highness, our special guest of honor, Kábíyèsí Olúbàdàn of Ìbàdàn, Ọba Rashidi Ládọjà, Kábíyèsí o, the Emir of Jiwa, Balogun's chairman of the APC here, distinguished members of the National Assembly, I particularly recognize you, former governors, former chairman of national parties, members of the National Assembly, in particular, let me recognize Honorable Ukeje Nena, let me recognize former minister, in particular, Sunday Diary, one of our panelists, all the leaders across who are here, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the management and board of the Media Trust, let me also recognize you. It gives me great pleasure to be here this morning as the chairman of the 23rd Annual Dialogue of the Daily Trust. Distinguished guests, esteemed scholars, policymakers, colleagues in public service, past and present, I thank you for this privilege of chairing this occasion and giving an opportunity of addressing a subject that speaks to the very soul of our nation, of the journey of the Fourth Republic. Gatherings such as this, convened by credible media institutions, are indispensable to the health of any democracy. They compel reflection, encourage accountability, and demand honesty. In societies that make progress, the media does not simply report history, it interrogates it. Today I speak not as a partisan actor, but as a citizen who has had the privilege of serving this country at the highest levels at the executive and legislative arms of government, at state and national level respectively. And as one who remains deeply invested in the future of our democracy, I have seen our democracy tested, strained, and sometimes bent, but not broken. Our focus is on the trajectory of Nigeria's Fourth Republic. We must ask, with candor and courage, what is working? What is failing, and what must change? This question isn't just timely, it is profound. Initially, I must admit and be honest, I was reluctant to accept to chair this occasion, not because the subject matter was not appropriate or germane, but more because of how close we are to an election year, and whether truly we are prepared at this point to make it a productive discussion as against a platform to push our respective political agendas. For us to make a meaningful session this morning in chairing this occasion, in recognition of the appreciation of the organizers who are commendable, we must commend for this effort. Our respectable leaders, starting with one of us, Kábíyèsí, who's been a governor, a senator, and who's been through all the tests most any politician will go through in this country. I will propose an appeal that we do not see this event as a campaign platform, be it for the speakers nor the participants. It is not a time to just speak from our political device. Let us all drop our political gowns this morning. Because present here are leaders from all parts of the country, north and south, east and west, who have played one way or the other significant roles in this country, and who are still playing active roles. Let us discuss as patriotic Nigerians, all with a common goal to make our beloved country great. Our discussion should be about the message, not the messenger today. Let us focus on the message and not who is speaking. As difficult and daunting how that is in the current political climate, today, let us all step up to make this discussion productive, with the hope that results we can take away with us to begin to implement and ensure that the Fourth Republic is truly successful. There are things that are working or things that are worked, and accepting that these does not mean that you are in support of the present government. And at the same time, there are things that are not working, and we should be able to have the courage and conviction as well to say so. And in making such criticism as well, does not mean you have become an enemy of the present government or institutions, because this journey did not start today or now. I am encouraged with the quality of leaders present and the speakers invited to address the topic. The speakers are here are individuals who you may not like their politics or you may not like their style, but you cannot deny their capacity and their ability to contribute to nation building. Countries that have excelled have done that through deliberate and intentional acts like this, with a focus and a plan on how to improve or correct those things required and necessary to make democracy work for its people. I will leave the details of the discussion to the speakers and the panelists. But I must say, having endured a civil rule of 26 years with a peaceful power change across political parties is an achievement of note. An environment where there's freedom of speech, media pluralism, openly criticism of government is possible, vibrant civil society, social media, and courts that at times have restrained excesses of the executive. Surely we must accept that we have done well to a certain extent in this country. And when you now add on top of that an economy that has expanded from the 59 billion economy in 1999 to over 243 billion now, and one of the largest in Africa, I think we should also be fair to ourselves that we are not doing too badly. But despite this, some will argue that democratic continuity without quality is that success. I am sure our panelists and those who are here will contribute on that discussion. So as we discuss what is not working, which I'm sure our speakers will go into detail, I would like us to consider what would make us move from success, in what I call success in survival, as sustaining democracy, as against to addressing our failure not to have used democracy to bring about transformation that will make Nigerian people better and will work better for the ordinary citizens. It is in that light that personally I want to just highlight on 4 issues that I would like our speakers, as they discuss, and our panelists, issues that I think sit on top of the general issues of infrastructure, health, education. And those 4 issues to me, which I think are germane, that we must begin to look in our society, is 1, judicial independence and quick dispensation of justice. We are a society that there are not consequences for bad behavior and non-adherence to the rule of law. We're a society that we need to address the issue of morality and values of a society. And of course, the issue of the fight against corruption and the establishment of credible elections. I hope our speakers and contributors will let us have their thoughts on this, because I believe that the journey has to address some of these larger issues that will make the society a better society. So that finally history will not judge us, not just by how long did the Fourth Republic survive, no, but how well it served the Nigerian people and shaped democracy. The judgment is still being written, and I hope when the history is written, A bright morning in January 2026 in Abuja will feature as one of those days we put together a plan for the future. At this note, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you again. I welcome you all for a useful and fruitful discussion. Thank you so much.